The State of Crypto is presented by Tron, connecting the world to the power of cryptocurrency.
The U.S. Justice Department is blasting the jury questions proposed by FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. Joining us now to discuss is CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who is also the editor of CoinDesk's absolutely, positively must-read State of Crypto newsletter. Good morning, Nick.
Hey, good morning. So,
how the question Sam Bankman-Fried was asking, give us some ideas that what do you want to ask here?
Right. So these are proposed questions. Both the DOJ and the defense team published their own set or shared their own set with the judge. Basically, they're meant to try and filter out potential jurors to get rid of anyone who might be, biased from the beginning of the trial or who might otherwise be unsuitable to be a juror in this trial for Bankman-Fried when that kicks off next month. Now, Bankman-Fried's team, in addition to, some standard questions about, were you familiar with FTX, et cetera, also asked or proposed asking a number of questions that really went, in the DOJ's view, far too deeply into, how aware they were of FTX and crypto, how aware they were of some of these other things. And then, also to the what the DOJ said is, not right. The defense asked a number of questions about effective altruism and political donations and lobbying that they felt were really trying to kind of, prime the potential jurors to, basically prime them on the defense, what the defense plans to argue. And so they said that, those questions are also inappropriate.
Do we have any specific examples? What are your? Did you see any of the questions yourself? Any fun questions that may have been asked?
Yeah, no. So these questions were, shared about early last week, actually about a week ago, and a lot of them were just kind of, do you think, or how do you feel about, raising money to donate it, or how do you feel about, political donations, things like that. So you can kind of see how. The way those are phrased, could be seen as leading the potential jurors, right? It's not a question of, how do you feel about massive sums of money being raised or whatever. It's just straight up like, how do you feel about this particular action that, by the way, happens to be, the philosophy that the effective altruism movement abides by or claims to abide by. So
how do you
like
feel
that.
about CoinDesk? Yeah.
Exactly.
Nick, we got to keep it quick or I'm going to get in trouble. But we've spoken about a lot of what's happening here as, maybe preparing for an appeal once the trial is done. Do these questions maybe point towards Sam's team preparing for some kind of appeal argument?
I think the questions that were proposed are just more of the, preparation for the actual trial. We have now about 2 weeks. The first thing that's going to happen on October 3rd is jury selection. That is going to be incredibly important for both the prosecution and the defense. I think the defense is going to try and do whatever it can to find potential jurors who are going to, if not, think that Sam is completely innocent, at least be somewhat more sympathetic to why he might have done the things he is accused of doing. Instead of people who are just going to be like, oh, wow, like this guy's into crypto and $8 billion disappeared. He's got to be guilty, right? The defense wants to avoid that kind of person at all costs.